Okay, so I fixed my chainsaw, all right? Oh, wait, also, I'm Beth the Builder, in case you can't read or something. I'll put a picture of what the is going on with it, because it's probably a problem that chainsaws that are made of plastic are gonna have. So the chain tension is a little bolt and it has a peg kind of in it. I'm sure there's more technical terms for this stuff. And you tighten it and then it moves and tightens the chain, okay? If you know anything about chainsaws, you probably know what I'm talking about. I am assuming that most chainsaws are gonna be set up basically in the same way. I'm assuming, okay? I don't know. I could be wrong. Yours could be different. Nicer, heavier gas or, you know, metal ones, I mean, could be different. All of the pieces of this chainsaw are metal, other than the casing. So everything in it seems to be metal, which is, in my opinion, beneficial because plastic is obviously never going to hold up the same. This is one little piece that is plastic, and I think that's where the problem comes in. So you tighten this thing, and it just stripped away this little plastic casing. So instead of pulling this little peg forward, it was actually just pushing it further into the plastic casing, kind of on the left side of it. I had fought with this stupid thing several times. I threw something, okay? Just gonna say it. I'm not above sometimes wigging out and throwing something. It can be a low point in my general being. I'm not proud of it, but sometimes that's what happens when you're trying to fix something or you're working with tools, etc. You just gotta hurl something, okay? Like, just fucking whip it across the room. Maybe it's like a cup, like something like no big deal. This was like a wrench and this stupid little chain tensioner tool. Like I just like hurled it. I was just ticked. I came back to it. I was like, I gotta leave. I can't do this anymore. Came back to it today. So I put two little nuts, metal nuts, as like a wedge basically, so that it's hitting metal and it's not just like smushing into the plastic, because that's what was causing it to not tighten my stupid chain. Other than that, it's standing up pretty well, and this is the only problem that I've come into that I'm like, this is what you get when you purchase plastic and also maybe slightly lower end things, because this was not expensive. So I figured at some point, you know, it has a life expectancy and it has a cap of what it can do. Hopefully this helps somebody, because it wasn't a hard fix, but it is a little bit annoying. I'm sure I will run into this problem again. So I have fixed that, because otherwise I was going to go do something else today if I couldn't fix that. Obviously I wouldn't be able to carve and use it if the chain's all fucking loose. You can't use a chainsaw with the chain flopping around unless you like danger. So I have two pieces of wood here. This is a shitty one from my fat cat, and I'm sitting on another one that's kind of small. And then I have this guy, which was maybe kind of wet because it was near a pond. So I'm not sure about carving that today, but I'm gonna do it with my crow, okay? I've thought about it, I've looked at it, have kind of a list in my head of where I wanna start with carving that. So we're gonna do that. Chainsaw is in working order and I got all my shit, so we should be good to go. Check out the description below where you can find all the places to follow me. You can send me an email if you wanna get in contact with me. And then all the places you can support me other than just like liking and watching this, which is very useful, like Etsy and Patreon. So without further ado, well, I'll also go check out my other like wood burnings, wood carving stuff. I have a playlist of all that shit, and we're gonna get into some crow business.
Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change, had to leave to find my way. Caught up in a daydream, I beat my mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place, see. Cause everybody wanna tell you bad things, what could go wrong, what fame brings. But success is a finicky thing, and if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. won't understand it. All alone, that's okay. People, I can't stand them. They don't want me to change, keep me where I'm standing. And I don't wanna be where I am, and I want something more, take a chance. It could be possibly my last dance, my last dance. And I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down.
Okay, so I carved my stupid crow, and I was gonna carve a second one because, boy, did that one kind of look like a buzzard. Okay, so, but it's been a number of days, and I haven't done that, and honestly, it's just because I don't want to. So we've gone full friggin' lumberjack, and I'm gonna carve something different. So I'm gonna carve a moon with like a little face in it, you know, like classic like moon face, crescent moon face. This piece of wood is super skinny, but I'm gonna make it work because I just am. I'm just gonna make it work, okay? So yeah, I just didn't like that piece of wood. I didn't like this other piece of wood that I was like, maybe I'll carve a second crow into that. And I just didn't want to do it. So completely pivoting, I'm gonna do a moon all in this one video because my crow buzzard is just not, I don't know, I'm just not happy with it. I don't think it's interesting. I don't have anything to say about it. So I'm gonna do this and go from there. So crow, whatever, I did it. I talked about it so friggin' much. I was like, I'm gonna carve a crow. And then I was like, no, this crow looks like a friggin' buzzard. So I'm over it. So we've gone full lumberjack to channel some really serious chainsaw carvers. And I'm gonna do this. So let's do it. Maybe you should never go full lumberjack. So I might be kind of tapping out on this here chainsaw because I sharpened it twice when I was just doing this and it just really seemed to struggle. I don't know what that's about. I mean, this wood, yeah, it might be a little bit damp. I don't fucking know, okay? So I feel like as I've used this chainsaw, like, it's just gotten a little bit harder, certain things, you know? And that obviously might be like its cost is showing, and also maybe the chain and bar and everything are not of like a super high quality, so they're gonna wear out a little bit more quickly. I mean, I'm not chainsaw carving for like 5 hours, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day. You know, I'm doing like maybe an hour or something, and I've done that a number of times and I've sharpened it. I don't know. I feel like it's starting to like kind of tap out of what I'm trying to do. And even when I'm sharpening it, the chain, it doesn't really seem to be mattering, which is really frustrating. And I'm just, you know, I'm a noob, so it's really hard to know what the problem is. Like, is it the wood? Is it me? Is it this chainsaw? Is it all of the above? I don't know. My full lumberjack mode didn't even work. Does this look vaguely moon-like? I feel like it kind of does, and this would be the nose, you know? And I feel like it kind of does. Maybe. You see it? And then this is my crow buzzard. I have one more thing I'm looking forward to carving. I mean, I was looking forward to it. I hope it goes well. I guess I'll spend some time sharpening my chain really good. Maybe I should get one of those actual legit chain sharpener things. Does that matter, or can you just use a file? Someone answer my question, because I don't know. I've just been using files, and that has been working, but it just seems like it's gotten harder to get it to stay sharp for, I guess that does make sense, but it just feels like it should be lasting longer because I'm not using it for hours and hours and hours. But it is a lower end chainsaw, so that might just be the way it goes. So I feel a little bit like this is fine. Like it's fine. I feel like looking at it in my camera, I feel like it does, like the effect is there. But it just feels really rough, I guess. And I don't think that's just because of me being a beginner. I can feel some moisture on this, so maybe that's a part of it, that it just is a little bit damp and green. Still, obviously, yeah, you can just see how pale this is compared to this, which is just like bone fucking dry. Yeah, today is probably the nicest day I'm gonna get, so when I carve my last thing, it's gonna be cold, I'm just assuming, which is fine, because today I was getting kind of hot, which was kind of ticking me off. My chainsaw is the SunJoe 14-inch 9-volt, I believe. Yeah, I feel a little bit frustrated, because I think this chainsaw is just really showing its cost, which is, of course I knew that. It just can be frustrating when you're trying to do a thing, you're trying to learn, you're trying to make shit that you think is cool, and, sorry, I keep hiccuping, and it just isn't going exactly how you want. I guess I can't complain entirely, because I have made some really cool things this summer into fall, which I have been really happy with, like my pumpkins. Like I keep looking at them and I'm like, I love those pumpkins, they're so cute and they turned out so well. So I really did like those. But then other things like this particularly, I'm just not happy with this. I don't know. It just feels like it did not cut and carve well. Chainsaw carvers who are professionals or who have been doing it a long time, boy, do they make it look really easy. I mean, with all of the cool stuff that you make when you're learning a new thing, obviously comes some disappointments and things that just don't always go your way. So that's where you just gotta like trust the process of learning something new and knowing and know that like this happens to everybody, that it's not perfect, that you have to kind of power through and be like, well, this is just a part of the whole thing, is that sometimes it doesn't go your way, sometimes things don't turn out the way you wanted, and you just gotta like try again. So we'll keep trying, keep carving. I can definitely look at other things and be like, I'm pleased with that looks cool, I feel proud of myself. And then other stuff where I'm just like, well, okay, time to move on, get out of here, you stupid janky crow. But I guess my moon's okay, I don't know, right? Yeah, we'll call it a okay moon. So yeah, I mean, keep carving while you can. If the weather is better where you live, I definitely, next time I carve, the last time I carve, probably this season, it will be chilly unless I get really lucky. I am gonna go check on my concrete pumpkins. Maybe that video came out last week. Maybe it'll come out next. I don't know. I'm gonna go check on them, see if it's a DIY fail or if it's a success. I guess we'll find out. I appreciate the heck out of you guys. Go check out everything in the description below. Leave me a comment about, I don't know, what kind of chainsaw you have, what fails have you experienced in carving, whatever you want. I don't know, tell me I'm a bozo. What are you even doing? Who are you? You can't be carving. That moon looks stupid. I don't know, something snarky, I guess. Or, you know, yeah, something nice. I would appreciate that. But otherwise, I will see you guys next week, and thanks for watching.